technologies for India for investments.
Okay. I'll leave it to Raghavendra garu, please add.
Yeah, it's a very long explanation by Maurya. Has got more experience. Yeah, very specifically, you told that you asked that actually if I have 10 crores, how I get into the renewable energy. Renewable energy is a huge space. It is consists of lot of technologies like what we have discussed: solar, wind, hydel, biofuels. Many things are there. Sir told that actually it's the money is required and political influence is required. Yes, it is required if you want to make it very big at the initial stage of your. If you are going to sell your power, if you are going to set up your power plants as IPP or CPP, yes, it is required. But if you have got 10 crores, there is a lot of ample opportunities are there. Simple. You just get into what is the solar EPC project. What is involved in solar EPC project. Let us take, if you want to install 1 megawatt, what are the components involved in? What are the services involved in? There are 85 to 90 components involved in to install a 1 megawatt. 85 to 90 components are there. And you have design services, you have MMS design services, you have plant design services, you have AI related plant optimization, AI related plant production increase programs are there. And you just got into that any component. You can start with 10 crores with any component. There are a lot of components are there. So you can get into the manufacturing, or at least you can start into the, you can invest in the 10 crore in EPC services or design services. Opportunities are ample. You can get into that. And that's what actually I want to tell our young entrepreneurs. Please look into that renewable energy space. Yes, I am telling, somebody might be thinking that actually why he is telling openly that actually why he is creating competition. Even if there is a 100 huge enormous business is going to happen in this renewable energy, I suggest all young entrepreneurs to look into this and get in one or the other form.
I really like your spirit, because like that's the most important thing for any entrepreneur. There'll be hundreds of business. If you start it and stay focused and think something unique about your thing, you'll always succeed. That's a nice saying. Very good to hear. Sir, మీ దగ్గరికి వస్తే I want to understand, ఇప్పుడు మేము యూఎస్ యూరోపియన్ మార్కెట్ సర్వ్ చేస్తాం. అక్కడ బిగ్గెస్ట్ ఛాలెంజ్ ఇస్ గెటింగ్ దిస్ జోనింగ్. మీకు ల్యాండ్ ఉంటుంది, అక్కడ నేను సోలార్ ఫామ్ పెట్టాలి అంటే పర్మిట్ కావాలి. యూ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ ఇట్ జోనింగ్. ఆ జోనింగ్ ఈజ్ ఎ లాంగ్ ప్రాసెస్. హౌ ఇస్ ఇట్ ఇన్ ఇండియా? ఇప్పుడు నా దగ్గర 20 ఎకరాలు ఉందండి, నేను సోలార్ ఫామ్ పెట్టేసుకోవచ్చా?
Sir, I'll answer. Andhra Telangana solar kante, it's actually, even if it's agricultural land, it's considered deemed conversion antaru. Automatically agricultural land for solar purposes is considered as deemed non-agriculture, and you can set up the plant. The only limiting thing is substation enta duramu, substation ki line eskotaniki right of way, are those the limiting factors? Because sir, I think Andhra Telangana there's no restriction.
Any sir.
Any only.
Sir, adi deemed conversion, sir. Under IC policy, all agricultural lands meant for solar or even biofuels, they're considered deemed to be converted automatically.
So it's much easier here, because US it takes minimum 1 year.
For your question is yes, it is very much easier setting up a plant over here. Only we actually anything related to energy in India, anything related to energy, anything related to telecom communication services, it's governed by government.
Okay.
It's not that actually someone
So
has
we
to-
have much
some-
of a pro-government,
Yeah. It's
encouraging
gone-
people to get into solar, all of
yeah,
this.
it's governed by government, but there are a lot of relaxations are there to set up a plant. If you have 20 acres or maybe 100 crores, you can set up your own plant. Only thing actually you have to go through solar policies, state energy policies, state energy policies. Here only we are finding the difficulties connectivity. Once you generate, anybody can generate, but only the connectivity availability is the major
Okay.
issue.
Okay.
Rest is government is supporting by state governments and central government. There's a
Perfect.
lot of thrust.
Let
is
me
there.
ask you another question. Because we are into monitoring, we do a lot of O&M, lot of issues, everything. See, US, you have roaches or rats cutting off the wires, that kind of issues. Ikkada, manaki theft of copper wires, everything is very much common and all. What are the challenges that you face? Because people think that I can cut this, I'll get 100 rupees, but the production cost, it goes in lakhs. Because, so what are the challenges? Did you guys come across those kind of challenges?
Yeah, it's very much there. And here also, even running plant itself, actually, the thefts are happening. But we have cameras and other things are there to avoid those theft. And all those things, but other mechanism is not there. But you can monitor the what is that power generation is happening at each cell. You can monitor that kind of technology is available. But the way you have developed your software monitoring of power plants, thereby increase in PLF.
Yeah.
Thereby increase in PLF, so that actually even in the process you will also avoid lot of even thefts and other things also, man mishandlings also. That technologies have to mature in India. I think I suggest you have a bright future in India. Why don't you come and set up such kind of software services in India? We are all going to be support you.
We are, we are just forming our A team to work on this. That is one thing that we'll be working on, definitely. And so,
So just to answer your question, yes, it's a socio-cultural problem across the country. How we address it is the most important thing when you start or even before you start a project is you engage with the local communities, work for their welfare, take care of their necessities. And solar plants are, in terms of plant maintenance and panel cleaning, they're manpower intensive. So today there are a lot of technologies available, completely robotized, automated cleaning solutions and all. But we consciously haven't adopted those automations. We employ a lot of the locals in the village, in the adjoining villages, have buses and all to bring them. So that you create, sir, once solar is a passive industry, once you go set it up, there is no specific work because there are no moving parts. It's not like an industry. So it's important that you engage with the local communities, you work with them. So whether it's security, whether it's maintenance, when you can bring that social change, a lot of these issues, Ravindra Garu, to technology is definitely there. While doing all that, it's also important for us at Greenco that it's drinking water, it's sanitation, it's health, and education. These are the 4 areas. We have about 172 plants located across the country. We work with all the villages in the local communities to ensure that in spite of what all the government do, what more can we do so that we engage them, so that there's a positive working relationship with the local community. And that's how we also try to address these issues of theft and all.
Another interesting question. There are a lot of people who ask me, now that you are telling that a lot of renewable energy is coming up, solar, hydro, best, battery storage, everything. So why the prices of petrol is not going down?
Sorry?
Why the price of petroleum, gas?
We are not, no. We have not reached to that stage where our mobility can only run on electricity now. Why? Because actually we are producing electricity, renewable energy we are producing, but it needs a lot of back-end infrastructure that actually your mobility, it can support your mobility. Right now it is not there, but I am very confident, I am very sure that actually next 10 years, 80 to 90% of our Indian vehicles are going to run with renewable energy only. That can be either electric or green hydrogen. That can be green hydrogen.
See,
I'm
there are a
sure
lot
that.
of startups in hydrogen itself.
Then you can ask this very appropriate question that actually why your fossil fuels prices have come down. So right now we have not reached to that stage, but we are going to reach.
So
that
you
stage.
see it in next 10 years, there's a chance that it can happen.
Huge transformation is going to happen. Not only just our electricity requirements, but even our mobility requirements also it's going to fulfill by this renewable energy by way of green hydrogen and green electricity.
Okay. You have a take on it?
Like I was mentioning, I was being very technical, I understand. So, sir, when I said energy as a basket, chuskunte electricity is only about 10%. A 10% low, renewables is about 1.5–2%. Petroleum, oil and gas, diesel, yanta energy consumption when all the byproducts, like I said,
Right.
plastics gani, the industrial chemicals gani, that is 90% of the value chain. So మనం ఇప్పుడు వరకు విండ్ సోలార్ అని అడ్రస్ చేస్తుంది is only this limited electricity. దాంట్లో కూడా ఆ 10లో ఒక 2% మాత్రమే. So much needs to be done. The world is moving very positive. Sir, Siddharu చెప్పినట్టు it will take time. We all have to be positive. We have to be gung-ho about it. Each of us has to contribute positively towards sustainability. ఎందుకంటే sir, if we don't achieve this carbon neutrality by 2050, 2070, with 1.5 degrees temperature rise itself, which has become very difficult, you're seeing the kind of extreme weather events, especially in the US. I think a couple of years back, 30% of Pakistan was submerged in water because the Arabian Sea surface temperature went up by 0.5 degree. So there's andram, I think, at each individual level, at a national level, at global level, this carbon neutrality is extremely important. Our seriousness ival ostunadi. 5 years ago, 10 years ago, ledu. So that will happen slowly. It will impact prices of fuels when the demand goes down.
ఓకే ఐ వాంట్ టు హియర్ మీరు ఇప్పుడు సోలారు విండ్ రెండిట్లో ఉన్నారు దుర్గారావు గారు మీకు ఏది ఈజీగా అనిపించి విచ్ వాజ్ ఎ టఫర్ ఛాలెంజ్ సోలార్ ఈజీగా సెటప్ చేయగలిగారా విండా సోలారా
Wind is one of the tough subject. Some ROW issues are there.
యా
Solar is easy.
ఈజీ
Solar is an easy topic because actually the market is very matured and you have very quality components and panels are available. And wind, actually you don't have much spots for wind in India. Unless you study properly that wind velocities and wind generations in particular spots, everywhere you cannot put wind. And wind, it's a spread across. You need to have a lot of ROW issues and generation issues.
యా
Simple, it is very simple. Maths are simple, common sense actually. Solar is a static one, wind is a
రొటేషన్
dynamic one. Anything, any machine or anything which is rotating, it have its own challenges, its own issues.
Maintenance
Solar
and
is a
all the
static
other
one. You
stuff.
just install it, you just clean it, and you produce it. So installation is easy, generation is easy.
Okay, now I want to talk about a little bit about our Prime Minister. He was talking that he wants to encourage rooftop solars for especially big size communities and also houses, everything. How do you see that program being really implemented? All these, means we hear a lot of things, a lot of politicians say a lot of things. Is it really moving forward? Means you guys are in the industry, you guys understand. If any one of them are thinking to have a rooftop solar, are they gonna get incentive or anything? Please educate us.
Can I? Yeah. Yeah, it is a, we have PM Surya Ghar program that is promoted by Prime Minister of India. PM Surya Ghar is a first installment is actually we need to solarize the houses, 10 lakhs houses, solarize 10 lakhs houses. So for that, a lot of incentives have been given, but I think we are not into that rooftop solar. I'm sure that even Greenco is also not into the rooftop solar. It is a small business, but there are lot of number of players are there who are going to implement. I think it has been implemented almost 2 years back. It is started in 2 years, but right now it is picked up last 1 year. I was read that so far it is only completed, the mission is only completed around 20 to 23%. You have the opportunities almost around another 75% of rooftop solar is there, for which actually, but MNR is, we have that one nodal agency that which governing the complete renewable energy, MNRE. That MNRE is governing all those rooftop solar. I think one has to empanel with MNRE so that actually they will give you the orders and they will tell you how you are going to do that on rooftop. But it is going to be a big business. That is also part of our RE mission. It's going
So
to
like solar, I'm looking at a lot of manpower that is needed. Is India really prepared? Means do we have those many electricians? Because there are a lot of educational institutes here, training centers here. Don't you think they all have a very good opportunity? Wala staff ni gani, wala students ni gani, solar related technologies lo train chestaniki?
It's a very good question, Andy. Very good question. One of the constraint for us, in addition to the manufacturing in India, one of the constraint for us in India is skilled manpower. Skilled manpower in this RE business. Now, yeah, it is required. It's a huge requirement. Is there depth of skill manpower requirement is there in India. I suggest all educationalists who are there here actually, please focus on that. Already government has initiated some of the colleges, some of the institutions, some of the even IITs also, renewable energy as a chapter actually they have started. But even whoever are in our community actually, whoever are educationalists are there, please look into that actually as a chapter. It is going to be it's a necessity now actually. We are now depth of skilled manpower in terms of managing the renewable energy, in terms of even handling at ground is also, we have huge shortage is there, skilled manpower. Someone has to get into it. It's also a business. It's a business case.
That's
what
business
I'm
opportunity
telling,
for
actually.
people over here.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Renewable energy is not a small subject. It is 360 degrees. You have total 360 degrees business is available in this space.
Need more technical people now.
Yeah, Mike.
More technical people now. People are less. Technically, people are less now. That is the reason our company is shifting one person.
Mike
one person with us 1 year, shifting other company. That person is other company. Demanding more salaries also. Technical people are less in this field.
Quickly, sir, over the last 20 years, there's been with the whole IT boom, especially with the opportunities in the US and all, we've moved to tertiary education, a lot of engineering colleges, but with so much of supply, the actual ITI system, which was like the backbone of the trained manpower availability, has I would say fallen off sheen a little bit. But right now, across